Hi guys. Firstly, I'd like to start by saying thank you so much for the amazing response we received on our previous video. As you all know, we're doing these set of videos wherein we bring young engineers and let them help you share their real life engineering experience with you all. So today we have with us our very special guest and my very good friend Sarthak Goyal. And
Hello.
yeah. So Sarthak has basically done his bachelor's in computer science engineering from BMS College of Engineering, and he's currently working as a cybersecurity specialist at Akamai Technologies. And I think we can hear a lot about him and his engineering journey from him, from the very best, I must say. So Sarthak, the stage is all yours.
Thanks for the interview. Thanks for that nice intro. So, guys, I'm Sarthak. I'm basically a networker. That's what I define myself. I have people's connection. I make human connections. I find out the right talent, and that's what I do, and that's what I love doing. Apart from that, I'm a knowledge. I'm greedy for knowledge. That's why I'm into the cybersecurity field. That's one question everyone keeps asking me. We are doing so much of why the cybersecurity field. That's why I'm very greedy for knowledge, and cybersecurity in a way helps me solve people's problems, and that's my purpose in life.
That's great. I think I'd start by asking you how is the computer science life in general, or like what do you think that a normal to be engineer from first year to final year as a computer science engineer must do, should do.
So there's, when we also started college, when we entered the college, we're like, it's going to be 4 years, we're going to do something. But then we have the realities check altogether that you have the grades come in, you have these teachers telling you you don't have grades, you're not going to get a job, you have your seniors telling you you have a back, your career is spoiled. So
Right.
these things you get a reality check. But if you engage yourself in the right crowd and the right mindsets, you make some amazing friends and you build a career out of it. And for me, engineering was a great journey. I had my ups and downs. I learned almost everything in my these 4 years.
Great. Okay. So, if I have to ask you, what will be like, the common pitfalls or like the mistakes any computer science or a normal engineer would make in this whole 4 years? What do you think it would be?
All right, that's a good question. Uh, so the first one which comes to my head is 2 days workshop. You're not going to learn anything in a 2 days workshop
Yeah.
or any workshop which is less than a week or 2 weeks. Get this out of your mind. People will come sell it to you. I would say go attend this workshop, get some knowledge, the basic knowledge around it, connect with the particular person who is teaching, ask him how do I go after this. No one asks or no one teaches how to go after this. They rather teach you in that particular thing ki within these 24 hours or within these 12 hours you're going to learn this. It's going to be impacted into your brain. Just imagine a person who doesn't know any coding or doesn't know anything about that particular topic being taught in the workshop.
Yeah.
He's going to go blank because the trainer or whoever is presenting it, they're going to tell, fine, this is how you do it. They know the backstory, they know their struggle.
Correct.
But for a person, 2 days workshop is the first pitfall. I would say all the engineers not to follow it, and you're not going to learn anything. Rather go to that, attend it, get some basic knowledge, find out if you're interested in it, go there, take it forward. The next one is backs, man. Okay. I've personally been through that stressful situation in my life. And I was a person in the first year, I would think that Jiski back hai, he's gone, he doesn't have a life or anything. But people with backs or people with earbacks have done much better in life. All
Correct.
right. It's not that it's a thing that back will get your morale down, but make sure that you don't have backs in general. Let's say don't take it to your head. Ki I got a back, I'm going to do in life. You can do a lot more shit in life even if you don't have a back or have a back. Rather just peacefully. I know it's a stressful situation, but take it peacefully. Go ahead with that. Find out what happened that you got that back. Learn from it. All right. Second one is not everyone has their plan. You'll meet so many people in engineering telling that after 4 years, I'm going to do an MBA. I'm going to go shift abroad. Yes, that's a plan for him. That's not your plan.
Right.
Don't follow the herd mentality. you will find your calling within these 4 years of engineering if you put yourself into the right places or the wrong places also. All right, you'll get to know this.
You learn from.
Other mistake, you learn from your mistakes always. That's what I have always been learning or telling my friends, whoever are close to me. I keep telling them. Then the other thing is, again, like I said, no foolproof plan. There is no plan which is foolproof. You will see because of this condition of COVID also, a lot of plans have failed. My friends who are doing masters, they're like, after masters, I don't know what to do because of the visa cancellation in US. They don't know what to do. So no plan is foolproof. You're going to have ups and downs. Take it. It's not going to be a sweet ride. It's going to be an adventure. All
Yeah.
right. Stop following the herd mentality. Okay. You have always these set of people who are going to tell you, this is cool. This is not cool. No, you're going to go try it. Check out if this is yours. No, if you don't like it, you don't need to follow the herd. Be a different person from the herd. There are so many people who just wanted that job. I understand you want the job for filling your stomach, clearing your everyday needs. But at the end of the day, I've seen so many people come back to me that I'm finding my job boring. I have a good salary. I have everything, but why am I not basically enjoying this particular uh, job of mine? It's just that they thought that after engineering, it's going to be a peaceful life. I'm going to go work for a company, get that every month. I'm going to get that salary in my account. And I'm going to buy things, loads of things. Yes, you'll buy it. But at the end of the day, think you're going for a job. You need to find out what particular role or what particular, even in a research field, what particular research field you want. So that herd mentality, you got to leave it from your first year. Yeah, be in the herd, check out what's going on. You get a lot of information from the herd, but make sure that you don't follow the herd mentality. All
Exactly.
right. And one more thing, stop being pandemic about things. Basically, learn things, don't learn them to a particular micro level. Learn a set of things, apply it, then you learn more.
Yeah.
Rather than every time going and doing a master's on it, don't. Learn a certain set of skills and then put it out. All right, that's one of the pitfalls I've seen a lot of friends do. They'll go research on one subject so completely, and later on, during when their life decision comes, they're like, okay, I know all this, but
Hmm.
where do I apply it?
Yeah. What?
All right, so it's simple that you have to learn something and apply it rather than going into the microscopic level of it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, see, there'll be a lot of college crowds. I call them negative elements. They'll tell you drinking is cool, smoking is cool. All right. I would say not to do it. At a point of time in my life, I was doing a lot of alcohol, but it's been 1.5 years. I've been totally clean. All right. Stop following those herds again. Cut out negative elements from your life. You're going to have a better, you'll see how this helps you um, take that particular thought process into your head. You do a lot of positive stuff rather than being in that. See, I understand drinking casually or drinking for the sake of it, fine. But find out what else can you do if you were not drinking. All right. There are points in life, it's not easy to give up on things, but start trying. Once you start trying on these things, you'll see a positive outcome. These are the pitfalls I think an engineer should not be into. So that would be from my side. If you have anything, go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just like summarizing, I was just thinking about everything you said. So I think the key points that I or any other engineer in the making should take away from this is workshops. I think you bust a major myth around that because a lot of people think it's very important and they do it for certificates. Same thing around joining clubs and everything. They just do it for the
Uh,
sake of it.
all right, joining clubs. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah,
So in my first and second year, I was into a lot of clubs.
yeah,
Okay. I, I made a very good network there. I got to know people. People got to know me.
yeah,
But in the second year, there were certain circumstances I came into where I had a major fallout. One day, I just sat. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What
yeah.
the hell am I doing exactly? I'm like, I'm going to cut out these things. I
Exactly.
had a lot of learning from these clubs. And don't put your life into the clubs. All right.
Yeah,
But if you have a purpose with that club and it's aligning with your purpose, please go ahead, fulfill that purpose. Make sure that even you're gaining something. All right. Uh, I've seen a lot of people be in the committees of these particular fests.
Yes.
At the end of the day, they do all the work, but someone else takes their credit.
Credit.
They know they have the skill set where they can apply and make someone else's business or their business better. Rather than that, go try out clubs, but take your exit when it's clear. Just take your exit. Don't put your life and heart and soul into it, because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people going into negative behavior after that, like that fame, like I'm working for the committee, I can get shit done.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
make sure that you cut yourself out of the clubs at the right point of time.
Okay. Yes, makes sense. So no workshops, no. I mean backs, but like don't.
Take it to your head.
Yeah, don't take it to your head, and don't follow the crowd. Yeah, that's I think something
Yeah.
like individualistic behavior should be there. I mean, you have to. It's
Yes.
your career and it's your life. So
Y- Yes. So I think why I relate to the backstory is I finished all my engineering exams and I was on this solo trip, man.
yeah.
I land, and in fact, one of my closest friends, and when I land into that particular, I was in Amsterdam's airport. I land, I had no internet. I see suddenly I connected to the airport and I see my particular group on the class group results have come out. I have seen, okay, I've passed, good, I'm done with engineering. Suddenly I open my Snapchat. One of my closest friends like, dude, you failed. You failed in this subject. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, in the final year.
Huh.
Yeah.
In the final year, I never had backlogs from the first to third year. What the hell do I do? I
yes.
can't go back. I'm right in my immigration process. I can't just go back, take a flight. It would cost me lakhs to just cancel the flight tickets and catch. And you know how our college has been with these things. I'm like, okay, fine, let me do it. I call up my cousin because he stays there, and I'm like, dude, this happened. He's like, you just come, chill out for the next 10 days. We'll see what can be done.
Yeah.
And I also give my call to my dad. I'm like, dude, they have failed me in one subject. He was laughing at my face. He's like, your college is stupid. They can't just do it at the final year.
Yes.
Why you come back and talk to them? So that was one thing. Don't take it to your head. I was in a very stressful situation. I learned a lot of things. I got to know who are my close ones, who I have to cut out completely now.
Yeah.
And that's a point of time and another life lessons I learned in that space. There's certain things you learn on the go. Everyone can't put it on a plate and give it to you. Put yourself into situations.
Yeah.
But don't take this back thing seriously. Come on, man. I had to join the company next month. I was shit scared. I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell, what is my offer revoked? One thing I learned is in this corporate world, if you are good with the people, just go talk to the people. I spoke to my manager. He's like, you tell the HR. If anything happens, I'll look into it. I spoke to the HR. She's like, fine, you have 1 year's time. You finish it in that.
Yes.
So don't worry, your careers are not going to end. Your life is not going to end with a back. You're going to do much better shit.
Yeah. That's great, Sarthak. The next question I think I have for you is something to do very specifically with computer science. You know, there are all these languages in the world, and we have, I think you also, and everybody has a lot of them in the courses. So, what is the most important? Like, if I have to talk about like technically and like skill wise, what does a computer science engineer now like require to get a decent job?
I think in today's condition, what I believe is study the market. Look at the types of jobs there. If I'm looking right now, the job is a business analyst, all right, or something in fintech or edtech. Now, when you look at these, they are building platforms. What do these platforms use? Break it. Have it has a top-down approach. Simple. Take the business role, or take the job opportunity, break it down. What are the things I'm doing in it? How are they building those particular things? You'll get a set of skills and languages. Now, simple in our computer science course, we learn C++, Java, Python. They'll stuff us with everything.
Yeah.
We need to select a key language which will help us to build other platforms better. I would say for anyone starting it right now, please go through your basics of your programming structure, that is OOPS. Go through them, study it, start implementing it in Python.
Right. Okay.
All right, start implementing in Python. A lot of people, I have almost half the industry is now running on Python based applications
Okay.
and Java. Java is something they won't leave. And please study in these fields. Other thing is, if you want to get a job right now, go with React, Node.js. These
Okay.
are the two languages which are paying heavily. Even as a freelancer, they're paying heavy amounts of money if you know these languages and can build. It's not about knowing, if you can build things out of it. So
Okay.
if you have learned a language, associate it with a project. All right. Start building that. Once you're building the project, right, you learn more things about that language. Just don't make a mind decision that 2 weeks I'm going to learn this language and do it. Again, I said, right, don't go into the microscopic levels. Take a topic, take two, three, four topics,
Basics.
implement those in the app. Implement it, and you'll start learning more and more. When you see errors, that's what I say. When you see errors and you try debugging those errors, that's the best thing you learn because that thing stays in your brain. If I see this error, this is how I have to solve this.
Right. Okay. That was nice. Coming to what are these hackathons? Like, is it important like you do it, or like is it just what is it like?
Yeah. All right. Hackathons are one thing where I got my reality checks.
Okay.
Okay. You're in that epicenter that I can do it. There's you might find people better than you, but when you're in that college, you're like, "Ka- I'm the person who can do it.
Yeah.
No. When you go to hackathons, you have a reality check. You meet like-minded people and you see people who are more matured in thinking than you also, and they can do things better than you. You get to network with people. You get to see what are the particular problems in the world. Almost half my ideas have got from there.
Great.
Half my ideas by talking to people in hackathons. I have cracked some ideas there. Then you get it's a biggest platform for networking. You just go there, you speak to anyone, everyone's open to conversations. You get to make a lot of corporate connects, you make friends from other colleges, go to hackathons. You learn team building, man. Team building is one thing uh, no colleges teaches. Yeah, you're working for a project, but we know the reality in the projects is two people are doing this, third person is doing the documentation, fourth person is just there.
Yes.
So rather learn team building, how to delegate work, and everything. You learn it in these hackathons. Go for these hackathons, I would say, and learn. Basically, don't think that what if I lose, what if I even don't write a single piece of code? Not a problem. Go there, get some knowledge, and come back.
You learn something.
Your thing towards anything in life should be I should learn something out of this rather than achieving it. It can be a secondary option, but learning should be always the first option.
Yes. Makes sense. Okay. So yeah, this is my favorite question, I think. So, Sarthak, you're this person who's excelled in many fields, like I know very well.
That's
Be
a
it
good word, but
marketing.
not excellent. That's a
Yeah,
good word. I am a jack of all trade, masters of none. I would say that.
great. Okay, that goes with what you are asking people to do anyway. That, learn it at the basic level, implement it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So be it marketing, you've interned with MTV, with CCD. I don't know what you've done, and also you are a technical trainer. So just tell me, like,
Yes.
you're an entrepreneur already at 22. So I want to know what are your startups like, and what is your general idea about startups and everything?
All right. So startups is just again, you have an idea. There's something at times when I'm thinking I have this idea, I'm like, I want to implement it in some way. I go talk to people about that idea, and then they're like, let's work on it. Fine, let's work on it, and we built a company around it. So when I started initially, my first startup was the at the age of 20. All
Okay.
right. So
Wow, 20.
so at the age of 20, it was my first startup. It's called Startup Surge. Uh, I met this person through a networking event, or no. Uh, so that was my friend Mithun. We were in first year. He's like, my friend is looking for interns for social media, for being campus ambassadors. I'm like, fine, let me put myself, it's first year, let me see what can be done. And I'm always enthusiastic about learning things. So I go there, I find out that this is a startup. They want campus ambassador. They're doing this platforms. Basically, they were doing an expo. Then I gelled really well. For 1 month, I did the work, but then the startup started closing. And after that 1 year, I was doing a lot more other things. I was associated with an organization called ISEC, and there I was into the corporate team. We used to go talk to corporate people about how their business was. So there I made a lot of good connections, and suddenly I got the opportunity to be a marketing consulting for another company, seeing my work, and they approached me for TEDx Bangalore.
Great.
There, I did that work. Suddenly, I get a call from this startup founder. Like, can you come and meet me? I'm seeing you're doing a lot of work. And I used to post these things on my Facebook or
Social.
my this one LinkedIn that time. All right, like whatever I've been doing, I used to post it. So then I'm like, okay, I fine, meet him. He's like, he offered me a co-founder position then and there. He's like, I want you to start something with me. What's your idea about how can we take this forward? We spoke about how, as a college kid, I faced difficulties finding an internship. Yeah, like let's do an offline event for small organizations to just come and take college kids without experience for internships. Suddenly, I see this boom. It took me an year to execute this,
Yeah.
but the process of that hustle, the sleepless nights, and the amount of knowledge I gained from the experts who used to walk in to our office, and the lot of connections. I made good money also. I learned a lot also. That was my initial startup, but due to certain after certain times, it became like fine, chalo. Now it's the right time to exit. I had that calling. I exited the startup. And coming back to the internships, I will always tell, go to the internships.
Yeah.
Stop wasting your time in summer. Stop wasting your time in college. In fact, the college we were in, our timetable was so fine. We could do part-time jobs.
Yeah.
All right, go do internships. Forget the studies. Go do internships. You'll find out the right thing you want in life. When you do internships, you put yourself into a situation where you don't know nothing. You might have to work initially for free, but once you start getting that experience, you can ask the front person, you have to pay me for this work.
Yeah.
All right, go there, go do internships, man. That's how I found out what I want in life after doing internships. And coming back to internships, colleges have taken the software and they're using it. And
Yeah.
all right, coming back to internships, I would always recommend people to do internships. You learn what you need, or you get to know stuff what you need. And rather than wasting your time in summers or any colleges or any free times, rather go talk to people, get an internship. Initially, it'll be for free. Gain that experience. In the next one, just go ask people, I have learned this. I know this. You have to pay me. You make an inactive source of income also, plus you're getting knowledge. All right. In today's world, we try Googling things, but we are not able to implement these things.
Right.
And reaching out to startups, I would say, is one of the best things. I learned my process through that. I got to know what I want to do after 4 years of engineering. It was simple. I did a heck lot of internships. At a point of time, I was doing 4 or 5 internships. These were simple, basic. किसी का digital marketing है, किसी का content writing है, someone needs a designer, someone needs anything. So I put myself into all these
All
fields.
applications.
And at the end of the day, at the end of these third year or second year, I knew what I wanted. So this was how I got my first startup, working with internship like startups and meeting the right people. Now, the second startup, as I was speaking, it's on outcome-based education. It's called Spreoc. We have built a software solution for colleges for making their reports. And this, you won't believe it, it's from our college itself, from our seniors. I just got in touch with them during the fourth year project. They came to me. And again, being a part of clubs, you get to know these seniors well. There are certain seniors you would always want to stay in touch with. These were those set of seniors who I'm in yet touch with, and we started a company out of it. Third startup is Skillex. This was during my fourth year. All right. As I said, second year, I had a lot of changes in life. And I was thinking, what do I do next? How do I make sure that what mistakes I have done should not go to the kids, college kids who are yet doing? How much of I can, I need to teach them something. These things are not there. So one thing I learned from my startups is finding the right partner or finding the right people who will work with you, who have that aligned goal with you. So I guess I met my friend Rahul or my co-founder Rahul. We knew each other since 11th and 12th. We used to go to the same base tuitions, but we never spoke to each other. We got to know each other in college through a common friend, and that's how we built. And suddenly one day we are like, let's do this things for children. I was sitting at his house. Oh, let's do an event where we can teach students. Suddenly, that in that 2 hours, we are like, let's start a company itself. And he was supposed to go on his trip. I was supposed to go on my trip. And just 1 week before we started wrapping up things, we were like, come on, let's get it done. And we did, and we started it. That it's been 1 year since we have done this. And suddenly in COVID again, I don't know. It's just that people reach out. They're like, let's work together. Let's build something. Again, we started something called the Mint Lab. It's into design and technology. I I always worked as a freelancer for web development and design. Suddenly, we have made a company out of it. It's an end-to-end solution. So for me, it's always that I hate being free. I put myself into situations. And another thing is, I speak it out to my parents. Not almost everyone does it. Not everyone does it.
Yeah.
At times, my parents are like, "What the hell are you doing, man? You don't want to be in startup." And understand this. I come from a business family. Everything is numbers. If I tell them I'm having these many losses, like shut the company and get out.
Yeah.
So in that way, when you speak to your parents, I guess they are the best. They'll give you the best solutions. If you know you have your parents backing you, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Listen to them. Not everyone does that.
Correct.
So that's been my startups.
Yeah, that's been a journey.
Yes.
Okay, so I was going to ask you as the last question, what would be your general advice to juniors? But yeah, you've given us a lot already. Networking, you've emphasized the factor and the importance of networking, internships,
Yes.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So today's world is more on collaboration. To have collaboration, you need to network. And other thing is, if you think you can't speak or you can't communicate well, improve your communication skill. Any company out there is looking at a person right now who's good at communication skill, and that's because you're working remotely and you need to be expressive when you're speaking.
Yeah.
Work on your communication skill. Uh, don't worry if you don't know things. There are a lot of people who are working in huge industries without knowing even a basic writing code, and they're managers. All right.
Yes.
My company's mentor, he's not an engineer, but he's a cybersecurity specialist. He's a BCom graduate.
Yeah.
So just understand this. If you're going to put your heart and soul into something, you're going to put it. Make sure that you don't follow the herd. Cut out the negative elements from your life. You're going to have a great future. Anyways, if you always want to reach out to me, she'll be posting my handle. You can just
Yes.
reach out to me there.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so thank you so much, Sarthak, for like that was not just about your journey. There was a lot of life lessons, a lot of engineering lessons. So we heard it from the best. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, thank you for coming here again. Also, guys, if you like the kind of content we share, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And thank you so
Yeah,
much for
like just
watching. Yeah. Bye, guys. Stay home, stay safe.